amazing. And all of the guys say, oh, he can't even see and look at him bowl. You know?
A local hero at a Fort Wayne bowling alley is not letting his age or his poor eyesight keep him from doing what he loves. The World War II veteran is still inspiring others with his sharp memory.
Fort Wayne's NBC reporter Luke Secor introduces us to Donald Wolf, who, as you will soon find out, has stories to spare.
Every Wednesday at Georgetown Entertainment off State Boulevard, you'll find the Club 50 Bowling League. And the 50 and over team, the Barons, lacing up at 10 a.m., including one member who quickly became the talk of the league.
Don, what a special person.
Amazing to watch him bowl.
Donald Wolf is 98 years young, staying active, consistently bowling high into the 140s.
My change has been minimal. I throw it almost the same now that I did 40 years ago.
The bowling is the one great activity that just keeps him young. And he loves it. He loves all of his friends at the bowling alley.
What makes Don's achievement even more impressive? Don is legally blind.
I have macular degeneration now where I cannot see the pins, but if I get a strike, I don't even know it.
So how does Don pick up spares frame after frame?
He walks up there, he throws the ball, you tell him what he leaves.
From years of experience, I know which spot to throw at on the alley in order to make my ball go for those pins. If I hit the spot, I hit the pin. If I miss the spot, I miss the pin.
You don't like to hear 10-7 or not?
Don Wolf developed his love for bowling during his service in World War II, setting pins to earn a little extra money. First assigned to the infantry, his true passion was to be a pilot, a chance he would get after Pearl Harbor.
A date which will live in infamy.
When America fully entered the war.
I saw a notice on our bulletin board that there was a new program for enlisted men in the Army to attend flight school and graduate as a pilot.
But Don's eyesight, a problem even then, causing him to fail the program's eye exam. So Donald, just like decades later at the bowling alley, relied on his memory to succeed, using his good eye to memorize all 9 eye charts. He'd pass the exam and graduate from flight school in 1942.
Now I'm a pilot in the Army, which is exactly what I wanted.
During his time in the service, Don would go on to fly more than a dozen different planes, including the famously tricky-to-maneuver B-26 Marauder, dropping bombs and providing air support for the Allies over Normandy.
We were one of the units that was attacking the Pas-de-Calais area in France to convince Hitler that that would be the invasion point. And it seemed to work.
After more than 4,700 hours of flight time and dozens of awards, Don would retire from the service in 1964, in every sense of the word, a hero, both to his fellow servicemen and women, and now to the Club 50 Bowling League.
Hardly see, but he's still keeping on, keeping on.
I'd hate to have been underneath him when he was dropping bombs in World War II, because he's very accurate.
A life well lived, but with no plans of slowing down. Just how long does Colonel Donald Wolf intend to keep bowling?
Forever. Till I'm in my grave.
I think the more you strive, then the more things you can do and you get your longevity out of those things. You know, you just can't sit around and feel sorry for yourself. So that's pretty much his motto. Don't sit around.
Luke Secor, Fort Wayne's NBC.
Don's daughter Sue says her grandson is already making plans for Don's 100th birthday, which is coming up in 2021.
I kind of want to be there.
I know, right? Maybe he'll go bowling.
Love that story. What an inspiration.
He is such a great guy. Thank you, Luke. Awesome story there.
Definitely.
And still to come on Fort Wayne's